Hi, good morning. Welcome all of you to the social class today. We have completed two lessons, the second lesson and the third lesson. Now we are going to the fourth lesson. The fourth chapter of the social studies, polar regions. The polar regions. In this chapter we are going to study about the areas around the North Pole. You know, the Earth has two poles, the North Pole and the South Pole. In this chapter we are studying about the North Pole. First of all, let us think what are called polar regions. The title of this chapter is Polar Regions. What are the polar regions? So, from the name itself we can understand the area around the poles. The area around the poles are called polar regions. The areas around the North Pole and the South Pole are called polar regions. Okay, in this chapter now today, we are going to find out the answers to some questions. We will discuss these questions only today. Question number 1, what are polar regions? Question number 2, what is known as the Arctic Circle? What is known as the Arctic Circle? Question number 3, what is known as tundra? What is known as tundra? What is the meaning of tundra? And question number 4, what is known as tundra vegetation? Question number 5, what are the seasons of the tundra region? Question number 6, what is the winter of the tundra region? Question number 7, what happens to rivers, lakes, seas, plants, birds and animals of tundra region in the winter season? Question number 8, what is the summer season in tundra region? Question number 9, what is the horizon? Question number 10, what are called icebergs? Question number 11, what changes occur in the tundra region in summer season? Question number 12, what are the important plants of the tundra? Question number 13, what is called permafrost? Question number 14, why is it difficult for trees to grow in tundra region? So these 14 questions, we are trying to find out the answer to these 14 questions. All these questions are related to the polar regions. The first question, what are called the polar regions? Answer already is said, the areas around the North Pole and the South Pole are generally called polar regions. Okay. Second question, what is known as the Arctic Circle? On the globe, if you look carefully on the globe, we can see some horizontal lines are marked on the globe. In the middle of the globe, there is the equator, and above the equator, another important latitude of the globe, Tropic of Cancer, and below the equator there is a Tropic of Capricorn. And above the Tropic of Cancer, You see another horizontal line, it is a very important line. At 66.5 degree north, there is a circle, there is a latitude, it is called a Arctic Circle. And like that, below the Tropic of Capricorn at 66.5 degree south, we have the Antarctic Circle. So Arctic Circle on the globe, the areas above 66.5 degree latitude towards the poles is called Antarctic region, and that latitude is called Antarctic Circle. So the polar regions come in the Arctic Circle or Antarctic Circle. That is it. Now the third question, what is known as tundra? What is the meaning of tundra? See, the word tundra means very cold. What's the meaning of the word tundra? Tundra means very cold. So the tundra region means the very cold region. The areas around the poles are very cool, very cold. So these regions, these areas are generally called tundra. So from the word tundra, what do we understand? First of all, the word meaning is very cold. Secondly, the word tundra means the very cold region which is present in the Arctic Circle or in the North Polar region. Tundra is present in the North Pole, North Polar region in the Arctic Circle. So you understand what is tundra? Tundra meaning very cold. Tundra region means the very cold regions of the polar region, very cold areas of polar regions in the Arctic Circle. And next question, fourth question, what is known as tundra vegetation? What is known as tundra vegetation? In the last chapter, when we discussed the polar regions, we had read that usually trees do not grow there. Trees do not grow in the polar regions. Then, can other plants grow there? Yes. Some other plants grow there. Like these are called grass, lichen, like that. Some kinds of plants grow in this region, and usually this is called tundra vegetation. Some kind of flowering plants, some kinds of berries, etc. grow in this region. This is the tundra vegetation. So the seasonally grass or small plants, very small plants which grow in the polar regions are called tundra vegetation. They are called tundra vegetation. Our next question, what is the winter of the tundra region? What are the seasons of the tundra region? What are the seasons of tundra region? What are the only two seasons are there? In tundra region, there are two seasons. One is winter season, the other is summer season. We know that the tundra means very cold, so the tundra region has mainly winter season. It is very cold there. But how do we calculate this? It is said that here the sun rises or the sun comes to be seen from the month of February and March. From the month of February and March, the sun comes to be visible, and In the month of November, December and January, November, December, January, in these months, the sun is not at all visible. So this time is called a winter season. Whenever the sun is visible from the month of February to May, June, July, yes. Like that, these May, April, June, these months especially, this time is called a summer season. Okay, what is the winter of the Tundra region? Next question, what is the winter of the Tundra region? The winter season. The winter season means here the sun is not visible at all for 3 months. Which is 3 months? The months of November, December and January. In these months, the sun is not visible at all. The sun rays are not reaching there. During these months, it is very dark and very cold. The temperature falls in such a way that the entire water over this region will freeze. It becomes frozen. The rivers freeze, seas freeze, lakes freeze. All water sources will be frozen. The land will be covered with snow and ice. And it will be very cold there. All plants will disappear. The plants that is visible also will die because of this coldness. So this season is called the winter season. So the winter season in the Tundra region mainly in the months of November, December and January. Next question, what happens to rivers, lakes, seas, plants, birds and animals? I already said the rivers, lakes, seas. These are the water sources. The water in these sources will be frozen and will be changed to ice, completely ice. And what happens to plants? Plants will die because plants need sunlight to be alive. And what about birds and animals? They will migrate from there. Migrate means they will go to another place. They will escape from this region. That means in the winter season, the region is fully empty. No plants, no birds, no animals are present in this region in the winter season. And next question, what is the summer season in Tundra region? Tundra region has summer season also. What is the summer season in Tundra region? In Tundra region, from the month of February, the sun begins to be visible. That means in the North Pole, sun begins to appear. In the beginning, the sun will be visible for only 1.5 hours. How many hours? Only 1.5 hours it will be visible. After that, the time will increase to 2 hours, then 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 16 hours, and finally 24 hours. That means the sun will be visible for 24 hours from the month of May. Means May, June, July. From the month of May, the sun is visible for 24 hours in the horizon. But we may think that then it will be very hot there. No. Tundra region is always very cold only. Why? Even though the sun is visible for 24 hours, the polar region is very cold. It is because the sun will never rise above the polar region. The sun will be visible from the horizon in the early morning. If you look at the east, we can see the sun now. The sun is just rising. At that time, any heat is there here? No heat. Like that only, the sun is visible in the tundra region. Just above the horizon, it will not come up to the sky. It is not coming above the polar region. So, this region is not at all hot any time. It is hot, it is cool only, but comparatively, compared to the winter season, the cooling will decrease a little. That means it will be less cold this time. As a result, what happens? This is the summer season for tundra region, May, June, July months. At this time, the atmospheric temperature will rise a little and the water begins to melt, the seas will begin to flow, the lakes, the water will melt, the land also will appear for some time. As a result, what happened? Small plants will begin to grow when the land is visible, like that it happens. Okay. This is the summer season for tundra region. Next question, what is the horizon? Horizon means usually the edge of the earth and the point where the sky seems to meet the earth. మనం ఒక చోటు నుండి చూస్తే ఈ స్కై కిందకి వచ్చి భూమిని టచ్ చేసినట్టుగా మనకు అనిపిస్తుంది. ఇట్స్ నాట్ రియల్, లైక్ దట్ వి ఫీల్ ఇట్, అండ్ దట్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ horizon. Usually when we look in the east in the early morning, we can see the sun is slowly coming up. That point is called horizon. Like that in the evening, we can see the sun is going down and sun is disappearing down into the sea. That point is called the horizon. So we can say the point at which the sky seems to meet the edges of the earth is called a horizon. Next question, what are called icebergs? When the water begins to melt, that means when the temperature increases a little, the ice will begin to melt. In the ice cubes, very large ice cubes will break. Very large ice cubes will break, means one will be equal to a small hill. Like that the ice is there. This broken ice will float into the sea. The broken ice will float into the sea, and these are called icebergs. So icebergs are, we can say, a hill, a small hill of ice which is broken off and floating into the ocean or a sea. Okay, what changes occur in summer in the tundra region? In the tundra region, when summer comes, small plants begin to grow. Grass, flowering plants, etc. will begin to grow. Several plants, flowering plants, grass, some kinds of shrubs and berries, etc. will grow to become colorful. The tundra region will become colorful. And in the winter season, it was full of grey color because of ice. In summer season, this region will become colorful because of the plants. Now, what are the important plants of the tundra? From the beginning, we are saying the important plants of tundra are some kinds of lichens and berries. Lichens, grass, shrubs and berries are the important plants of the tundra region. These grow only in the summer season. In the winter season, they all will die and disappear. Okay. What is called a permafrost? Another question. What is called a permafrost? In the winter season, the land becomes very cold, and it becomes so cold that the soil will change to very hard, and it feels like a rock. So the trees cannot grow in this soil because through this hard soil the roots cannot go inside. So this frozen soil, which became very hard like a rock, the state of soil is called permafrost. It is permanently cold and hard like that. Why is it difficult for a tree to grow there? It is difficult for a tree to grow there because its roots cannot go deep into the soil because the soil is so hard. The soil does not allow the roots to go inside. So these are the 14 questions we discussed today from the first 3 pages of the lesson. So all of you read the textbook very well and write the answer to the questions I will send to you. Okay? Thank you.